Yes.
Government would like to clarify on the issue raised in the section of the media pertaining to finding of alternate plastic rice in the PDS distribution system. We have taken note of this news item, and the concerned fair price shop was visited. A sample of rice from this fair price shop has been taken by both the Food Corporation of India as well as by the Food and Drug Administration Department, the Government of Goa. By the end of day today, the Food Corporation of India has ascertained that rice taken as a sample is safe and is as issued under the PDS system through the procurement system of the FCI, and it is a proper authentic sample without any contamination. As far as the sample taken by the Directorate of Food and Drug Administration as well as the analysis of the sample conducted by the laboratory of the Food and Drugs Administration, an analytical report, the first analytical report has just come in. Tests for plastic rice in terms of burning of rice, in terms of the floating test, in terms of boiling of rice has all come negative. The test for starch has come positive, indicating that it is a rice and a rice sample only. We would like to assure people that the entire PDS distribution system is safe, sound, follows FSSAI principles, and all samples taken and tested in all godowns are as authentic as possible without any contamination. As far as further disclosure which we would want to make is as part of the program and the schemes of the Government of India, which was announced by the Honorable Prime Minister in his Independence Day speech in the year 2021. An ambitious program was launched wherein it was decided that the Government of India would supply fortified rice in all food schemes of the Government of India by 2024. In compliance of this announcement of the Honorable Prime Minister, all-out effort has been launched, and in phases, supply of fortified rice within various schemes of the Government of India where rice is supplied has been undertaken. In the first phase, fortified rice was supplied to the ICDS scheme, the Integrated Child Development Scheme, where rice is supplied through Anganwadi workers and children registered in Anganwadis. Fortified rice is being supplied to it from the year 2021-22 onwards. Later in the next phase, PM Poshan scheme, where rice is supplied and rice-based products are cooked and supplied in schools. PM's Poshan scheme also has been covered under fortified rice. As far as the targeted public distribution system is concerned, from March 2023 onwards, the Government of Goa through the FCI is procuring only fortified rice and supplying to all fair price shops. Many a times this fortified rice, which is fortified with iron, folic acid and vitamin B12, this fortification is done not only to achieve and achieve reduction in targeted micronutrient deficiencies in certain age groups and in certain genders across the country. This is being implemented. Apart from food security, the NFSA, the National Food Security Act, apart from the food security aspect of this act, the larger goal of nutritional security also is being addressed by this fortification program of food grains. Many a times this is misunderstood. Many a times this rice is being misconstrued and contaminated. Many a times this rice is not taken well by communities. We admit that there is some IEC we need to do. We need to do some sort of awareness programs both among the beneficiaries of the targeted public distribution scheme as well as fair price shop owners, so that such misinformation campaigns are not given credence to, are not publicized in the manner they were publicized, so that these type of apprehension in the minds of people in terms of contamination does not arise.
So this test has been done in FDM?
Yes, I can release a report of the FDA test done. The analysis of the rice, of course, will be done further, but the initial test for this type of rice and the test for starch has just been received by us. We will release it, and the rice which we are talking about is totally safe, and it is rice. It is not any other thing else.
So when his department has contacted Banauli MLA for alleging this plastic rice, for asking him for that rice which he has found?
No, the rice which has been indicated in the press and in various sections of the media was found to be from a certain fair price shop. So the question of taking a sample from any private person does not arise. Question of taking a sample from the source, which is our fair price shop. We will only take sample from our fair price shop. See, as far as the operations of food and civil supplies department is concerned, on an average 3,000 tons of food grain is distributed in Goa per month through around 455 fair price shops. If you convert it into kgs and convert it into bags, which is 50 bags per kg, around 60,000 bags are being distributed. You know, sampling is sampling. You cannot physically verify 60,000 bags. We will never end. But sampling is definitely done. Tests of samples are taken. So in 60,000 bags, there may or may not be some other type of issues which have been raised earlier. But as far as this issue of plastic rice is concerned, we will assure people that there is no concept of such a rice. It is just miscommunication, misinformation, and the appearance of this rice when it is fortified may look different. People should be aware. We will also release advertisements in the newspaper how to identify this rice, how to look at logo which shows that fortified rice. This consumer awareness has to go on, and we will in right earnest start this awareness thing. And this issue is not new. When this scheme was initiated in other states also, there were issues were raised about the same plastic rice in other states. I would not like to name them now, but we have Government of India reports where in other states these issues have been raised, and the issue of plastic rice is not new to the PDS system. In various other states this has been raised, this has been clarified by the Government of India, this has been clarified through reports of FCI and other agencies, and we will do the same in Goa. We will try to educate and sensitize our stakeholders, which are fair price shop owners, and we will see that they initiate this awareness to the beneficiaries also. See, we have been constantly advising our fair price shop owners, if they find a certain batch of rice or a sack of rice out of the 60,000 sacks of rice which we distribute per month is apparently through visual means of bad quality, they can keep it aside. There is no shortage of rice in the state. We have enough stocks in our godowns to keep it aside. We will replace this. This message has gone to all fair price shop owners. Food inspectors have been asked in each taluka to talk to fair price shop owners and make clear of our stand to fair price shop owners. If there is, even by visual inspection, the fair price shop owner feels that the rice is of an inferior quality, or if he feels that it is contaminated, he need not distribute that sack. He can keep it aside, wait for our food inspector, we will check and we will replace his rice. It is not if found true. But in many cases, these issues are sometimes apprehensions, not found true through tests, but we are committed to give the finest quality of rice through our targeted PDS system, and we are committed to replace this rice as soon as possible. In fact, we have also made arrangements for vehicles and we have instructed the Director of Civil Supplies to hire vehicles and replace this rice, whatever amount it is, if found true. But considering our scale of operations, if it is minuscule and small, we will definitely replace it. But if it is a real issue, it is a massive contamination, then we will take action. As of now, we have found this an aberration, rare case of contamination. But as far as this plastic rice is concerned, we have no doubt, and we will again assure people that this is a false claim. Our tests are there with us, and people should not fall prey to these false claims.
So another question, yesterday there was a disaster management meeting. CM instructed all the department to be ready. How civil supply is ready for that?
One of the things is we have to see that our godowns are prepared to store this rice in a proper fashion as far as monsoon is concerned. Humidity levels goes high, moisture level go high, wetness is all around. Contamination of food grain takes place during this. Measures are being taken for fumigating our godowns, clearing our godowns. We will only keep the required stock and not excess stock during monsoon, so that we need not expose our stocks to to the vagaries of weather. We have asked our food inspectors to check physically the available stocks and follow the first in first out method, wherein the stocks which have been already stored would be distributed and new stocks would be stored well in advance for the monsoon season.
So godown maintenance is done, because today the Goa Forward party has raised the question that the godown is not in the proper position.
There are issues. I would not say that the entire maintenance has been conducted totally, but the PWD is on the job. Maintenance of each godown has been listed. The Honorable Minister for Civil Supplies had an extensive meeting with the Principal Chief Engineer PWD, wherein the works to be undertaken at each godown have been specified, estimates have been made, and the work would be completed most probably prior to the onset of monsoon.
So how many godowns are there in Goa?
11 godowns.
In one taluka?
No, per taluka. taluka we have one. Each taluka has one except the taluka of Darbandara. All other talukas have their own godown.
So I just want to know कि few days back that the quality of the rice was low standard. So all fair shop, lot of the fair shop owners came because they are saying कि there is a low standard of the rice. So now you were saying कि only selected bags were given to the fair shop.
No, we have not. We have seen all these fair price shops wherever these issues have turned out. We have taken samples of these. As I said, we have replaced where we have found this infestation. See, you have to define what is low quality. We can understand that there is contamination. You cannot just say it is low quality. Quality is, of course, the standard is taken care of at the time of procurement. The procurement is done by the FCI, the central agencies do this procurement. The quality of rice is at that level. We can talk about contamination of rice. If we have stored the rice for long, it is contaminated. There is some weevil formation in the rice. All these issues are taken care of. So, if there is contamination, definitely we will withdraw the rice. But we do not accept quality issues in this. Rice is of a standard quality, of a good standard, good quality, and we have checked all these issues. Quality is subjective, but our standards are there. Rice which is issued for PDS meets these standards. As far as contamination is concerned, we have clarified our issue.
So what about other food grains which are supplied in simple rice?
This goes on for wheat also. We stand by our commitment to give standard quality and good quality of wheat. And wheat is being issued